So, let's see that thing you picked up, that dagger.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I take the bag of holding and I pull out this sword that's got like rubies or jewels or something.
It's on the like lengthwise on the shorter scale of a greatsword.
Okay.
But it is quite wide. The blade itself is like a large, thick blade with a cruciform hilt on it, and there are rubies embedded in it. It's like a solid, smooth platform. It's a beautiful-looking blade.
Dope. FCG, you still got any stank to figure out?
I do, if you need me to check it out.
Let's do that.
All right, my lens pops down, and little beams of laser light come out and scan it up and down. Forms a 3D model of it in my brain. I turn it around.
Showing it off. This is just showing.
Just see like Terminator, like analysis. What do I see?
You see a beautiful blade that's referred to as Graz Tuchar, the Luminary Blade.
The Luminary Blade.
The minute you look over it and hold it in your hand, a voice comes through into your mind. It says, "Child of creation, strange being of metal and will, there is much darkness in this world that must be dispelled, and you have a great destiny before you. Perhaps together we could do great things and turn this world right."
Oh wow. Are you a god?
Who are you talking
No.
to?
I am no god. But I was once a great king.
A king?
What?
Wait, what's your name? Hi, smiley day to you. I'm Fresh Cut Grass. Can you see?
I cannot see. I just feel the presence of a hand on my hilt. I need a stronger connection, but even so, I fear that what took me also took from me my memories.
Oh no.
All I have now is knowledge of the darker shadows that creep across this land, and a wish to prevent others from falling to what I once fell to.
That's what we want too. That's exactly what we want. Sword is a king. It's a king's sword.
Oh, king of what? What was he? What's his?
Pardon me, Your Highness, sire, if you can still hear me. Were you always a sword?
Don't romance the sword. Don't romance the sword. No.
I mean, you're metal and I'm metal. And
Well, I mean, if you're asking.
Pierce me.
Have a way.
were you once? Were you always a sword?
No. No, it was my last dying breath that placed what little power and will I had into this blade. And I don't remember much of her since.
Do you have a name?
I did.
They're taking this long to tell you their name? Come on.
Recall.
I don't want to be rude to the. It's a forgetful sword.
You said it's a king sword?
How does he remember?
Here
he's
is
a
the
king?
information from the.
So he doesn't remember his name?
Do not recall my name, but the blade that carries me, that I gave myself to, I guess that is my name now.
Graz
Char. It's a nice hefty blade. It would be probably the blade itself about maybe 3 feet, 2.5, 3 feet, and it's about almost a foot wide.
Woof.
Maybe a little less than that. Like
Very much
like
That's a paddle.
Wait, a foot
Maybe
wide?
sorry,
It's like a cricket
6
bat.
inches. 6 inches, I should
That's
say.
still a wide
That's like
ass
a Roman.
blade.
Yeah, it's
Gladiator-
a.
gladius there.
See if you can hold it.
6 inches.
Chet, see if you can do it.
I can hold it.
Are you a strength guy?
You bet your fucking ass I am.
So wait, like king of what? Hold on.
Oh, okay,
I don't.
okay, before I give it to-
I don't trust things that talk that don't have moving parts. There's some rules here.
FCG.
To break
what's
through
up?
particularly.
Yeah, wound me.
It requires a tune.
Fuck that. Let me have it.
Roll for an attack.
Natural one.
It just whips and I'm like, oh, it hurts. Oh, my.
You lift the blade. It's a low ceiling. You lift the blade.
King of fucking where?
King of fucking where?
And what?
And what?
I tried to recall.
Does he know he's a? Oh, sorry.
Do you know what year it was when you were
It
king?
was long ago.
Oh, what does that mean?
During, I want to say, an age of great magic.
You don't like this guy very much.
I don't trust
Here,
things
I'm
that...
going to give him to you.
Ah, God!
This is a weird end of the night.
Hello?
You walk a strange path. There is I want to say a fire that burns within you that tells me there is great possibility in the road ahead.
What the fuck does that mean?
If you perchance have the strength to carry me, use me for justice and good, perhaps together we could wash the shadows that corrupt the lands of Taldore.
What shadows would that be?
There are those that seek to undermine the council itself.
What itself?
The Council of Taldore.
Oh.
There are leaders across this land. A shadow that seeps, I see it in my dreams. There are things ancient and dark that once felled me, and now all that I wish to do in this forgotten, long scattered state is ensure that no other falls like I did.
Do you remember who was wielding you before?
Previously, I was being misused by some horrid thing. An essence of that same corruption that seeps into these lands. The forces that crawl into the back of minds and make them minions of shadow and realms far more dangerous and nightmarish than what you've seen. That is what I stand against. That is what we could stand against together.
And I assume you're like a little cloudy on who was before, since it's probably been a while.
I've passed through a few hands. I was once held by a just warrior within a great stronghold, but then taken.
Famous Grey Warrior stronghold.
Previous to that,
taken.
I was once held by a keeper of beasts
Keeper
and
of beasts.
brought through the wilds of the land.
Just
They saw little interest in the
things.
cities and
Oh my
townships,
God.
and we did not see eye to eye
no.
until they were slain by the very beasts they sought to control, and I was left alone for some time.
Beast idiot was eaten by animals as beast idiots often
Before
are.
that, I was held by a family, passed down through 3 generations.
So a family for 3 generations. I don't know if they all shared it, if it was just like one group.
They had dark aspirations,
They
and
were
were left
evil.
broken
All of them.
and poor.
And then they suffered.
I was sold in an auction house once.
It was... Okay, it's getting weird. There was an auction involved.
There's one more thing I can try if you want to give him back.
We're going to have a couple other people talk. Very interesting. Thank you for all of that. I'm going to toss them over to you.
First of all, it's a very powerful blade. And if you're keen on it, you feel free. It's very powerful.
Okay.
I will try one more thing just to glean some information from it. I'm going to cast my 5th level Legend Lore.
Legend lore. You cast legend lore as you hold this blade upon it, and the blade itself shines beautifully in the low light that is held within this chamber. What you do here, through the weave of magic,
I'm going to go into my deep, deep memory banks.
those who wield this blade carry behind it a powerful will. The radiance is a curtain. Behind it, that which is burned away.
The radiance,
The radiance is a curtain. That which
behind it.
has burned.
That which behind is burned away.
The light is false.
It's evil.
The blade does corrode. The metal, that of the prince's will.
The swords are. I'm not going to say that out loud.
Did you not just say? Did you also just say I'm not going to say that out loud? Is
That part I said
possible?
out loud. All right, here you go, Chetney.
Speak to me, grandfather.
It's very powerful.
Oh, cool.
Dick.
Elder child, who has walked these lands near long as I have. You carry within you a will to do great things. Your grasp around my hilt. All those who seek to bring shadow upon these lands shall fall beneath my blade, and we shall rise triumphant for a great fate before us.
Beneath your blade and beneath my claws, We shall cleanse this land of shadow.
Glory be our union.
Boy, we're gonna get discounts in the cafeterias, you and me. We're gonna teach these people to respect their elders.
Now, Chetney, I think I should.
Thank you, FCG. This is a truly wonderful. I feel like I've never been more powerful or virile. This is fantastic.
I think he might be and forgive me if this is a slur, he might be a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Oh, just like me. Maybe he just needs a friend.
Well, I don't know. He might be a demon.
Letters, you just have a hunch that the sword is a demon prince?
I mean, I got a strong demon prince vibe.
Why?
Well,
Nice.
The voice creeps into your head. Your friend likely senses the presence of lingering dark magics from my previous wielder.
Oh,
What?
It is prone to obfuscating divine interaction and details. Perhaps give it time.
give it time. Apparently you were detecting traces of dark magic from its previous wielder. Maybe it takes on the personalities of those that wield it. I mean, maybe given time, this will be able to carve incredible pieces of woodworking by itself, and then pass it on to its next. I could pass on my skills like taking on an apprentice.
This fucking thing sure talks a lot.
Also, what you're saying is it could hear FCG, even though you're holding it. It can hear all of us.
Listening to us all right now.
Yeah, it sounds like
to
it.
us
Yeah,
all?
yep.
I hate
Can
that.
you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello?
Could you hear Fern?
Her name is Fern.
It is Fern Calloway. Social Security number.
Chetney would for sure fall for a scam.
Wait, I give you a $500 gift card? Just through Google? Okay.
maybe ask your sword what he thinks.
That's a great idea. Sir, what was it? Sir Chad? Char? Nope, it's Sir Chad now. Sir Chad, you are old, noble, and wise like me. Maybe a little more so. Do you know anything about an ancient deity named Predathos?
I do not believe I've heard of this Predathos. My apologies.
Maybe ask if he knows Ludinus? I don't know.
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh yes. Sir Chad, do you know Chad? An individual named Ludinus Deleth.
I've heard of this individual.
He knows.
I can read it on your face that he does.
What do you know? I'm like the guy that mouths the other person's lines in the scene, so I'm just mouthing what he says. So, well, what do you know of this Ludinus Deleth?
I feel like he passed through in my time as king. A powerful, smart individual looking to make connections. Found his fortune westward, eastward. I don't recall. But we may have passed. I did not trust this individual.
See, look, I really feel like maybe whatever vibe you got, former handler, or maybe like his old chick, because he's got the right beat on Ludinus. Like, yeah, doesn't trust him. Yep.
Ask him about the matron of ravens.
Do you know anything about the matron of Ravens?
Oh boy.
Wow.
I'm sorry, I'm not entirely certain how you managed to mispronounce something in your mind. What is it you're asking about?
I wish I'd heard that.
The matron of the Ravens. Do you know anything about that entity?
Of course, this is one of the prime deities of Exandria.
Yes, yes. Was, yeah. Okay,
of
listen,
presumption.
I know that was a lot to ask first thing in the morning. Take a nap. I'll be back to get you in a little bit.
All right.
Back in the bag of holding.
Teleport.